Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, wherever you're at, however it works out. Hey, we've been doing some cussing and discussing about several issues. I know a lot of you guys out there know how to handle yourselves. You know what to do to protect yourself when confronted with a situation. A lot of you are even really adept at handling multiple attackers. But what we want to cover today is not getting phone calls. That's what we want to cover. But what we want to cover today is how do you protect your spouse or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your dog friend or I don't know, whatever, when they're with you? How do you make sure they're safe? What if you're somewhere where there's no cover, such as an alley? You know, some of the bigger cities, you have to go through an alley to get to a certain parking lot or whatever. Things like this. How do you keep your spouse safe from multiple attackers? And that's what we're going to cover today. And today, we're, just to be on the safe side, I got Mike here to help me out. Come out here, Mike. Let me. You agree that's empty? Where? Empty. Okay. We're going to have Wes hold on to the magazines. All ammunition is with Wes or behind Wes. We have no other ammunition. I don't even have another magazine on, nothing. And to make sure that nothing else goes in the chamber, we brought some tape. And I'm sure this is going to be, it's almost childproof. See, so if somebody jacks this back, it's going to rip that tape. So, there you go. Perfectly safe. One of us is going to have to play the role of the wife, so I guess that's going to be me. Come here. Bitch! No, sorry. Okay, so we're coming out of a business of some sort in a large metropolitan area. You have to go through an alley to get to a parking lot. We're obviously together. Did we have a good time?
Apparently.
Apparently. Okay, but anyway, there's really not a whole lot of cover in an alleyway. Some dumpsters, I've seen some alleyways that didn't have, okay? So what we're going to simulate is he's going to be over here. I'm going to be walking with him. Come over here. He's at some point going to encounter a threat, okay? So as we're walking along, he sees a threat. What are you going to tell your spouse?
Get behind me.
Get behind me. The spouse is going to get behind her protection. Here's where it gets tricky, because you got to work on this. You got to train for this. You have to work it out in advance. Okay? She's going to get behind him and put her hand right here. Okay? But she's not going to be looking this way. He's looking this way. You're in an alleyway. There's only two ways out, that way and that way. She's going to be looking this way. So he's engaging this threat. Okay? Uh-oh, honey. Ah! That's not right. All it's going to do is freak him out. Okay? So, all she needs to do, he now knows that there is a threat behind him. Now he is going to reposition himself while touching at the knees down here so that he can feel where she's at. Now he can assess that threat, and he already knows what this threat over here is. Okay? So whichever threat is strongest, he's going to engage. Hopefully faster than that. Shoot him! Okay, so that threat is neutralized. Okay, we're just optimal situation here. This threat is neutralized. He knows he's down. He knows he's not getting back up. Now he's going to turn his attention back here. This is the way the spouse goes, directly behind him, because that's the only cover she's got. So she's going this way, being careful to avoid the dead guy, or hopefully dead.
He's dead.
Get out of sight. Get to a phone. Call for help. Know your location. Give details. We were attacked by 2 assailants, one black, one Hispanic. One is down for sure that I know. My husband is armed. This is his description. However much detail you can fit in that little bit of time on the phone. Now, if the wife is armed, that's even better, because he doesn't have to turn around. He doesn't have to turn around at all. But he needs to know a threat is there. There's a threat, but I'm taking care of it, baby. See what I'm saying? All of this stuff needs to be worked out ahead of time. Train yourselves. Train with your wife, your girlfriend. If she can't handle it, I don't know what to tell you. You know, it's just that much more of a load on you. But you're going to have to drive it into the system, and you're going to have to practice over and over and over again. You know, my wife knows exactly what to do. If there is cover, you and I both know a car is not cover. 45, go right through it. It'll kill you. If anything, it's going to add shrapnel. So, work on it. Don't leave your wife somewhere and go to take care of a threat, because then who's watching this direction? You know? That's the only way to be safe, is for both of you to be watchful, aware of your surroundings, and hopefully you can take care of each other that way. You can call it my own paranoia, but I'm not a gentleman at all. I mean, I treat my wife the way she's supposed to be treated, but I'm not a gentleman. I am not going to open a door and send her into a business first, because she's not as well trained to be able to handle a potential threat on the inside. And then if I walk in behind her, she's freaking out. You know, now I've got to find out what's going on. Whereas if I am the first in, I can assess the situation and get her out if I need to, and then engage. Coming out of an elevator, I'm always first out of the elevator. Somebody wants to attack me, fine, attack me. Underestimate me, please. Okay? Don't let this fool you. But I'm not going to send my wife out there to get pummeled by some idiot, and then I have to live with that for the rest of my life because I didn't protect my wife. I'm not doing that. So that's something that you have to work out with her too. Now, if she just insists on being the princess, well, let her be the princess. Just be all that much more watchful. So, hopefully this has been informative enough for you. And I'd really like to know what you guys would do in this situation. Give me some of your ideas. There's no cover. Even out here, okay? There's no cover. A hill, maybe, if you're fast enough. But let me know what you guys would do. Leave comments. As long as they're respectful, whether they agree with me or not, I approve them. Okay? So thanks for watching, guys, and be careful, stay safe, and stay armed.